Okay, hello everybody. This is Ashley Luttrell, the Community Director for SAP Insight. And today we have Cindy Kemp-Smith from Celanese, and she is participating in our first Why One Word, or our WOW podcast series. This is the first session of the series, and we also have John Gerasi. He's the founder of CI Squared, and we have partnered up with CI Squared for this series. He's going to be facilitating the interview. So John, if you want to get started, you can take it away.
Thank you, Ashley. Cindy, nice to have you on this call. So just for context, Ginger sent out a podcast, but we've partnered with SAP Insight as a communication framework to try to help the super user network and super users understand themselves and others more effectively. And one of the most powerful things we do is help people connect to their passion and their purpose. And we do that through something we call a one-word why. So Cindy's participated in our workshop, and what I'd like to do is just have Cindy describe for us. First of all, Cindy, what's your one word?
My one word is joy.
Joy, wow. Why did you pick the word?
I chose joy for a couple of reasons. One of which is for the past several years, have been going through some health issues. And I started talking to several people, some very good close friends, some close colleagues. And one of the things that kept coming up over and over again was, wow, I'm sorry that this happened to you. You have such a joy for life, or a zest for life. And it suddenly struck me one day that I actually do have a joy for just living life day by day. I would never have described myself as joyful or being full of joy. I probably would have described myself as loyal or something like that. But it just hit me one day that, yes, I wake up every morning and I choose joy over anything else. And so joy is my word.
That's awesome. So you've kind of told me what it means to you personally.
Yeah.
That's really great. That's really great. I remember when you talked about it in the workshop. It was cool. So what does it mean to you, to your super user network, or your role as a super user leader?
That's a very good question. Our super user group now is about 3 years old. So we are quite mature from where we started. When I was brought on 3 years ago to become the leader of this group, we were very disconnected from one another. We were very disconnected from the users in the customer service group. And we were very disconnected from knowledge and how to use what knowledge that we had. So one of my first efforts was to try to get the team to actually become a team rather than just a group of individuals who met once a month or twice a month and tended to be SAP experts. So we spent quite a bit of time learning about each other, learning about the different businesses that we supported. And I tended to bring to the group what they now call their cheerleader. So I would come in every day and I would start every meeting with something funny, whether it be a funny video off of YouTube or some funny stuff that I found on Pinterest. I would also end every single meeting with something funny. So after a while, at first they were kind of, why are we looking at videos? Why are we looking at these funnies? Because we're here to learn about how to be a super user. We're here to learn transactions. We're here to learn techniques. But after a while, they came to expect those funnies and the laugh at the beginning of the meeting and the laugh at the end of the meeting. And one day when I came in and I didn't have anything prepared, they were actually very disappointed. And they said, wow, we realize now that when we come in and we start off with a laugh, it brings us closer together. And we start the meeting happier. And when we end the meeting with a laugh, we leave the meeting happier. We leave together as a group rather than individuals who are having to go back to a heavy desk or heavy work. So I realized over time that it really was my job not to lead them in knowledge, but rather to lead them in finding joy in their job and finding joy in being a super user, finding joy in being a leader in the group. And so that's what it means to me to be a super user leader and what it means to my super user group.
Cindy, that's awesome. Exactly what CI Squared is trying to bring in our communication framework and in storytelling. And connecting with your one word is exactly that, for people to understand their purpose and their passion, and then apply that like you've done so well to your super users to get them excited and get you excited. That's really fabulous. So what does it mean to Celanese, the company? Because part of this is it's sort of a three-pronged thing. It's how do you understand your own passion? How do you apply it to your network? And then what does it do for your company to help Celanese be a better company?
So I've actually been looking forward to answering this question. Part of what you did in our workshop was we also had a moment where we said, what does being a leader or our CEO, if you could make the perfect CEO or build the perfect CEO or leader of your company, what one soft skill would you give them? And I was very excited to do that part because we had a change in our CEO a couple of years before, and it has really changed our company, the culture in our company, and just the way that our company operates in our neighborhood. So my word that I gave for the perfect CEO soft skill was heart. And I remember you said heart. I've never heard that before. And so I told the story about how our CEO now came into our company, and with him, he brought a real culture of giving back to the community, giving back to those who are less fortunate, giving back to the people who give their own time. He also brought to us a real culture of diversity and inclusion, something that we were really missing before. And so even though we've had to swallow some bitter pills of losing some things along the way, our company has grown as a whole into a better company and a better neighbor for our community because our CEO brought heart into it. And so I believe that having joy is something that naturally comes out of having heart, and vice versa. Having heart is something that naturally comes out of joy. I don't think you can have one without the other. So for me, my one word being joy and bringing joy into this company just complements what our CEO and our leadership is doing by bringing heart into our company and giving the heart of our company to our community.
Well, that's the fabulous answer, because what I take out of that, Cindy, if I get you, is that you applying joy to your super user network, it makes them happier and probably more productive and more interested in doing their SAP jobs. And applying heart and flying joy to the company, you guys are achieving more and you're more productive as a business. So that's really great. Thank you very much for your time today. That was an awesome interview.
I really appreciate being able to share this, and I look forward to the other podcasts from other super users and waiting to hear what they have to say.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you also, John. And everybody, go be super.